Okay, well, hello again, friends. Let's get my microphone sorted. And welcome to another live stream. So, looks like everything is running okay. And hopefully this will be a good trip to Aldergrove and back, although it's going to clash with dinner, so this could be a right bit of grief trying to get food in between this stream. Anyway, here we are, stand 4-2 again at Stansted. There is some ATC. The shadows I've turned back on, but they look horrible because the anti-aliasing settings. And if I just bring up the frame rate, you know, the GPU is really not working very hard, but you start turning things up and it just kills the CPU, which is irritating. I forgot to turn the textures down to try it as well. So these are max textures, and that's probably not helping either. Anyway, let's, without any further ado, get going. I've got the free Aerosoft for Manchester as well, so if you are watching and you haven't got that yet, get it, it's free. And we are off from Stansted because I couldn't go from anywhere else, which was a pain. So, as always, not the full cold and dark setup, but enough to get you going. Check the config. B-days, right, let's get the IRSs aligning. And they will take 8 minutes. I'm going to get the yaw damper on. Hey, that was, oh, now we're upside down. Great. There we go. Solve that. Check the crossfeed. Bright, dim, bright, off. So, I'll get one of the pumps on, and we are going to be fueling. All the lights done. Cabin diff 0. Doors open. Hydraulics go on. Test the window heat. Pop the window heat on. Get the air conditioning resembling something normal. 340 is our cruise with no step climb. .250 will do us for arrival at Aldergrove. MCP is looking fine. Hydraulic pressure we have. Auto brake on. RTO flaps up. No lights. Matches with the landing. Matches with the flap handle. Gear down. Nav data's updated. So we are probably going to try and depart a little early. We'll get airborne a little early, and we'll try and get to Belfast, do a minimum 20-minute turnaround, and then straight back to save some time. So, let me just have a look on Xpilot. There is no ATIS, but the ground is online. So let's get the weather from the ACARS. And while we wait for that, let's load up the aeroplane. Oh, I didn't want that. Get rid of the AC. Wanted that one. So, payload. We should have 179 packs, and we should have 2157, so let's put 1 ton in the front, 157 in the back, see where that leaves us. Let's stick a bit more in the back because that's quite a forward CG. So that's giving us a payload of 16477. Still a bit light. Never mind. That's a bit more like it. Loading the backup. And we can get our fuel, which I'm just going to take the block fuel 5393, we'll call it 5.4. Call up the fuel truck. There it is. So let's get the flight leg started to the ATIS. So I am scribbling this down. We are on stand 42. The ATIS is auto 01013. 10k, few clouds at 3,400 feet. Temperature of 10 and dew point of 2. QNH of 1032. Still pretty high, but not as high as yesterday, which I think was most possibly the highest high pressure recorded ever in the UK. Maybe we should blame global warming for it. Two. So we've got ground. So there's ATIS at Luton, but there's nobody at Luton. Mind. Don't get that. Never mind. So with that wind, 010, it's going to be runway 04, 30 degrees off, and I think I'm going to be keen to get an intersection departure. So takeoff minimums, stands, and our cleared route is an UTAVA 1 Sierra, which makes sense. So I have plugged that in. That's a 5,000 departure. I'm not going to get the chart up just to save a little bit of time. What we do need is 1105 set for the DME. And then we need the Barkway 625. For which we will be inbound 280. And then it's going to be 263 outbound after that. And just having a look at the runway heading. The runway heading is 043. So down here we also want 11625 on standby, and then we are very much good to go for that departure. So, let's have a chat to ground. And then, I think it'll be 127. This one. Stands to ground, good afternoon, Ryanair 7 Delta. One 2172, not 75. Stands to ground, good afternoon, Ryanair 7 Delta.
Ryanair 7 Delta, stands to ground, pass your message.
Ryanair 7 Delta, 737-800, stand to 42, QNH 1032, request departure clearance to Aldergrove.
Ryanair 7 Delta, you're cleared to Aldergrove via the UTAVA 1 Sierra departure, squawk 7406.
Clear to Aldergrove, UTAVA 1 Sierra departure, squawk 7406, Ryanair 7 Delta.
Ryanair 7 Delta, read back correct.
Wicked. So 7406 is set. We are cleared on that departure. The aerodrome altitude is 348 feet. So 1348 minimum flap. Ooh-wee. And we can get it. App data's correct, aeroplane's correct. Echo Sierra Sierra. Don't need to put the gate in because I've already done the call for the departure clearance. We're off to Echo Golf Alpha Alpha. We are Ryanair 7 Delta. And we might, when we have a look at this, ask for a route change en route. So let's just check that route. UTAVA, Quebec 75, BUZAD, Tango 4 to Trent, Alpha Lima 28, RODOL, Mike 65, TENSO, Lima 603, REMSI, MASOP, NELBO, and then Papa 6 towards the Belfast VOR. We're going to actually expect vectors because there are no arrivals in there, so on we go. Our zero fuel weight, our estimated zero fuel weight is 61.1. We're at 59.6. Is that right? 59.6. So we are 1.5 tons lighter. Let's have a look at our fuel. Do we have? We have quite a bit more fuel than we asked for. We requested 5400 and we've got a load of 2710 and 2700. Gives us 15410, which is a little bit high, which is not a problem. So we can get the belts on now we've finished fueling. It'd be nice if it said fueling complete or something like that. So fuel, trip and taxi 2.9, and it's probably going to be under that because the taxi is not going to be 20 minutes. We have a reserve of 2358, round up 2.4, round up 2.5. Cost index of 6. 340 today because of the wind. Top of climb is 034 at 50. Top of climb ISA is -5. Execute that. And performance wise, I think what we really want is to do a full power takeoff and see what we get, because I think 04 with the current weather, optimum flap, our gross weight of 65, which will be a maximum. That's our actual gross weight right now. So what we can take for a full D-rate is flap 5. Rain. Assumed temperature limit of +61. So 5, 22, 61 gives us 2932, 142 for the V speeds. And I think that's a little bit too aggressive a D rate. So if we went from Lima 04, so we could go from Kilo 1, runway head Lima 1 or Victor 1. Where's Victor 1? Okay, Victor is effectively November. So November would be 1834. Got 3049, so full, we'd need the full length. said that we wanted to go from November. Victor 1834. Could we do that? Interestingly, 22k, so flap 5, 22k, 0 gives us 1674, and that's the most that we could expect, so 135, 138, 145, and I'm inclined to go with that and ask for an intersection departure from November, which would save us a fair amount of time. So it's runway 04. I think we can go from November. So 22k. Flap 5. I've got 135, 138, 145. So 35, 38. No. So 145. Don't need to verify those because we've calculated them. 5.5 we want, despite there being some talk of readjusting that. So we are going from 1804. Tower 1 Sierra. Can execute that. Let's check the insufficient fuel message, shall we? 308, 2.9, 2.5 is our minimum, so we have more than enough. Make sure there's no discontinuities in the legs, and there are not. And I'm not going to step through the route. So what I am going to do is start the APU. Pop the flight directors on. And if you are watching, please say hi. I have an unable to connect to chat message. I don't know if that's both ends. But get the cargo shut. Get the stairs up in a moment. Cabin temperature is 10 degrees, so it's quite cold. The APU is about to kick into life. Pop the airports on. See our legs inbound there. It's looking quite nice, and we will ask, hopefully we'll get some shortcuts. And we are picking up the DME, which is good. That's what we need, the DME for from the runway. So APU's on the bus. Get everyone sat down.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Get the doors shut.
lights flash on and off. Towards an indication for you to actually make
Ground to cockpit.
That'll
Please
do us.
show me where you want to go.
Sure,
Ground to
text
cockpit.
is so
Tow
good.
is driving up.
So South End is online, that's a nice one. Need to go in there again at some point. So we can accept a November departure relatively easily. And we're going to wait until we're actually hooked up before we call for push.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
So we'll just wait until we're told that he's ready. Hopefully Scottish will stay on as well.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Stand stick ground Ryanair 7 Delta stand 42 request push and start.
Ryanair 7 Delta stand 42, push and start approved, QNH 1032.
Push and start approved, QNH 1032 Ryanair 7 Delta. So 50 21 Zulu.
Starting pushback and you may start engines.
Oh no, what we should have done was that, followed by that. Those textures seem terrible. If I do that, it's nearly see them. That looks so blurry. I've got some real optimizing to do and look at. I don't know why I was playing around with graphics settings, and it's got real bad. Quick. Anyway, let's start engine number 2. Well, one thing we do need to do is get the packs off. Otherwise they don't spool up. Yeah, something I've never noticed that that's been that blurry before. Really need to do some optimizing. It's been pretty frustrating. Let's get the fuel on. It's been pretty frustrating trying to tweak sim to just get. I mean, it's not the best CPU in the world. The i5-8400.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
And I know X-Plane
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Hopefully Vulcan will help with that, but yeah, I mean the GPU is just really not being utilised. So I think, I mean, you can spend a lot of money on a very powerful PC, and single core count is what matters for that. And if it's just not doing if X-Plane is just not optimised enough for it, then well, this just seems so much more blurry than before. So I have to do some tweaking. Anyway, let's start engine number 1.
Cell is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Anyway, there is fuel on.
Welcome on board this Ryanair flight. May we have your attention while we point out some of the safety features on this Boeing 737-800 aircraft.
So there is the pin. There is a stable engine. 2, 4, 6 before taxi flow.
There are 4 main doors, 2 at the front of the cabin, 1 left and 1 right, and 2 at the rear of the cabin, 1 left and 1 right. There are 4 overwing exits in
We've seen the pin, so we can go flap 5. And having actually run it off the end of the runway, we'll check the flight controls on the lower DU as well. Full forward, full aft, full right, full left rudder, full right rudder. Trim 5.5 set. That texture looks really rubbish. I haven't turned textures down or anything. Check. And this is barely readable now. So, yeah. I know the textures are maxed out, but that is pretty terrible from here. Needs to be a lot sharper. So I've definitely got some work to do. Jets on, APUs off. Start switch is continuous. Probe heats on, anti-ice not required. We may require some in the climb. Air conditioning cruise is 3-4 and set. PAX auto bleeds on, ISO is auto, flat 5, green light. Stab trim 5.5 set, 5.5 required. Flight controls have checked, recalls checked. We are ready to taxi, actually. So I don't think I've updated stand steered. Looks like it's a strange old. That doesn't look like Mr. X6. I think I've really got to do some tweaking and paying attention. Right, there's 7 Delta, request taxi, November 1 intersection departure.
Runway 7 Delta, taxi holding point November 1 via Juliet and November.
Holding point November 1 via Juliet and November, thanks very much, runway 7 Delta. So, we have been cleared, we are clear to the left, we are clear to the right. Lights go on. Look for brakes off. Configs checked, no warnings. Off we go, straight ahead, and we're going to go all the way down. First left, Juliet, and then we'll turn right November across and then go to November 1 and be ready and raring to go. Our scheduled departure was 15:50. Be off way before then. Yeah, these textures are looking worse and worse. Maybe they had anisotropic overriding. I don't know. It's incredibly frustrating to have a pretty decent PC and to struggle to use it to its full potential. Anyway, left on Juliet. Because these don't look HD at all. There they do. So maybe you can see that is starting to disappear there. Maybe I do need to override it. It's still pretty stuttery. And the frame rate just tanks, which is not ideal for online flying. Not sure it's just the fault of the ortho either. So we've turned left. We are going to look for 1, 2, 3, 5th on the right. What did do on the N1s was pop in the decel. FO could be doing this. Let's do that. 1000. That at 1500. That'll do. So we're just passing Alpha on the left. Got the DME. Dark retuned for the initial part of the departure. Stuttering's even worse. Definitely got some optimization to do, and I really don't want to add more plugins to it. The thing I have got is there it is. Okay, I've got scenery manager, scenery animation manager, as well as AutoGate. I think it's meant to work quite well. And the free Manchester, so yeah, like I said, get it if you can while it's still free. Get the airplane prepped for departure.
The cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
So we should be coming up to, well, just up ahead. Could be almost 20 minutes early. Be good time on the way to Belfast.
Ryanair 7 Delta, contact London 127.1.
Already had that tuned. London 127.1. Thanks very much for the service. Have a great day, Ryanair 7 Delta.
Thanks, bye-bye.
So this is listing. Oh, no, that is November.
Bravo 130, speed 230 knots, Ryanair 9 Foxtrot November.
Ryanair 80, speed 230 knots or greater.
Speed 230 or greater.
Ryanair 80, keep the speed up as long as you can. You have about 36 miles from 04, descend to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1032.
Distance 4,000, that's QNH 1032.
And a good afternoon, Ryanair 7 Delta. Approaching hold November 1, standstill.
Ryanair 7 Delta, level control, good afternoon. Runway 04, cleared for takeoff, surface wind 03, 0 degrees, 14 knots.
Clear takeoff 04, Ryanair 7 Delta.
Channel 168, descend to altitude 2,000 feet.
So cabin is secure. We are good to go. V speed, trim. So just bring that back.
Ryanair ACR, did you want to descend to 3,000 feet?
A negative altitude 4,000 feet up for further advice.
4,000.
So let's see how this works out. So all the fun of VATSIM. Nothing like taking away your license in real life.
Approaching 0,
Although
4.
in real life they can't tell who it's from necessarily. Whereas at least on VATSIM you can.
Ryanair 80, fly heading 140 degrees.
Ryanair 80, fly heading 140.
Ryanair 9 Foxtrot November, fly heading 140 degrees to left base, runway 04, descent to level 70.
Left 140, correction, right 140.
You can barely see those runway markings.
4,000 feet, Ryanair 9 Foxtrot November.
On runway 0, 4.
40%.
Level 70, sorry, Ryanair 9
33.
Under the control, Golf Uniform Alpha, we are just, I believe we're just overhead Blue Ricky now, 1,800
So
feet.
power,
Golf Uniform Alpha, roger.
toga, time, and off we go.
Golf Uniform Alpha, what kind of approach you're looking at, front?
Those textures are terrible.
We'll begin with
80 knots,
approach
checked.
for runway 05.
Golf Uniform Alpha, roger, Port 1 have the airport inside.
V1, rotate,
So made that comfortably.
positive rate,
Always worth doing the calcs. Onto the flight directors, gear up.
.400,
Now nav. So we'll see if we can do this.
1000,
Shuttle 88 Delta, 1 ready, descent, flight level 8, 0 level line positive.
80, 1%,
Channel 168, cleared LS approach, runway 09. Channel 168, cleared LS approach, runway 09.
Channel 168, cleared LS approach 109, runway 09.
Ryanair 80, turn right, heading 185.
So there's 2 DME. Left we go. So plug up.
London Control, good evening, Euro Wing 6 Romeo Lima with you, passing 130, climbing 190, inbound Tony Lane.
Euro Wing 6 Romeo Lima, London Control, climb flight level 330.
So flaps can
Climb 330,
go to 1.
Euro Wing 6 Romeo Lima.
Speedback 941, ready, descent, flight level 150, level 9 Kidley.
Passing flap 1, flap up.
Speedback 941, ready, descent, flight level 150, level 9 Kidley.
150 by Kidney, speed by 94.
Spirit 63 Hotel, report the speed to London 129.425.
Speed of London 129.425, right?
Ryanair 9 Fox November, turn right, heading 185.
Right turn 185, Ryanair 9 Foxtrot November.
Let's go commando there.
1,000 to go.
Spirit 940 out of control, turn right, heading 090 degrees.
Just running out of
Right heading
hands.
090 degrees.
The brake off flaps up, but no lights, gear up and off. Start switches can stay on for the moment.
Another control course from Alpha Romeo, the airport site.
Golf control, Roger, the practice approach is approved, report final.
Report final, Golfing from Alpha.
845 Bravo Papa, descent to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1032.
5,000 feet, QNH 1032.
See, and there's the frame rate.
845 Bravo.
On my back to reasonable
Spirit
again.
940, climb now for level 350.
Flight level 350, speed is 940.
I think we can do is bug up.
Runner 8 Delta London, proceed on navigation.
It's pretty slow to get that speed up there.
Navigation, direct held, flight up 350 around area scalp.
Runner 8 0, turn left, heading 060 degrees.
Turn left, heading 060 degrees.
Runner 9 Fox November, turn left, heading 090 degrees.
Left 090, runner 9 Fox November.
REMSI hasn't noticed us anyway. 1337 I think is going to be our next port of call. All over the place.
Runner 8 0, verify your turn in.
So there's the VOR down here.
160 on the very left, make it a tight left turn down.
Not sure what airfield that's over. And we'll be outbound 263.
EG 45 Rebel Papa, turn left, heading 225, descent to altitude 3000 feet.
Left heading 225, 3000 feet, EG 45 Bravo Papa.
Runner 9 Fox November, fly heading 070, descent to altitude 5000 feet, QNH 1032.
So unlike a real departure that came out of Stansted today that was about 30,000 feet in no time at all.
Runner 8 0, I want you to look at the button where you select the heading. Around the heading knob, there's a knob further in towards the panel which lets you set the number of
Yeah, I'm setting up that.
speeds you can turn and hold. Turn that as far right as it goes, please.
Yeah, I haven't turned it now.
Another control,
It's still turning very shallowly compared to everybody else.
flight number 190 on the heading 320 degrees.
ETA 8 now out of control, I'm with you too, climb level 360.
Climb flight level 360, ETA 09.
ETA 45 Rebel Papa, turn left, heading 180 degrees.
Left heading 180 degrees, EG 45 Bravo.
London, good evening, speedbird 98, Mach decimal 79, and we are ready for descent. Speedbird 98, out of control, descent flight level 200. Descent flight level 200, speedbird 98. EG 45 Rebel Papa, turn left, heading 140 degrees.
Left 140, EG 45 Bravo.
Runner 80, reduce speed 180 knots.
180 knots, runner. Base here.
Runner 9 Fox November, speed 180 knots.
180, 9 Foxtrot November.
EG 45 Rebel Papa, descent to altitude 2000 feet.
Descent to the feet, EG 45 Bravo.
Runner 80, turn left, heading 350 degrees.
Get a wedge in each ways. Runner 7 Delta, request further climb.
That's fine.
Locked.
Skipper 940, all navigation's ready, fine.
Full navigation right side. Split it. 940.
Easy 45 Rebel Papa, turn left heading 070 degrees, clear the island approach from A04.
Left 070, clear the left 04, easy 45 Bravo Papa.
Runner 9 Fox November, when established localize the runway 04, descend with a glide path, descent to altitude 3000 feet.
3000 feet, when established on the localizer descent glide path, runner 9 Foxtrot November.
Runner 9 Fox November, once established, reduce speed at 160, maintain to 40 ms.
160 till 4 when established, 9 Foxtrot November.
Might as well look out the
Runner
window.
8 Sierra, turn left heading 320 degrees, speed 160 knots.
Left heading 320 degrees, what's the speed?
160 knots.
160 knots, right, Sierra.
Incidentally, 3.839, flight level 330, Mach decimal 878 or greater, heading 125.
We've got 89 out of control, resume all navigation, direct, full bid, and when ready, descent to level 200.
Hoovering for fuel.
Zibo navigation director, bid down when ready, send flight of 200, Flybe Rescue Flight.
Runner 80, maintain altitude 2,500 feet.
Maintain 2,500 feet.
84 Bravo Papa, clear to land runway 04. 0904, 45 Bravo Papa. Shuttle 88 Delta, contact PEPOD, director 119.725.
119.725, cheers, bye. Shuttle 88.
Scribbit 94, contact London 129.425.
London 129.45, speed at 9 ball.
Doesn't even look that busy.
Scribbit 83 on conversion, make it 290 knots for break.
What's this over here? Just looks a bit flat. Right, 7 Delta request further climb.
Runner 7 Delta, climb now, level 340.
I'm now flight level 340, Runner 7 Delta.
Runner 80, turn right, 6010 degrees, clear the LS approach runway 04.
Twice, 3 times.
One navigation director,
Ooh.
hotel.
Zibo navigation director, bow towards easy 87009.
Hoofing it.
Good day, Chinix 3904. So heading
Now, what do we want to do? Let's see what we can shave off.
Chinix 3904, stop under control, maintain 300 knots to greater, turn left, heading 140 degrees. 300 knots to greater,
Where's my
turn
mouse
left,
gone?
heading 140 for Chinix 3904.
Easy 809, can you confirm that direct was direct to Poton?
Directed to Porto.
Zibo, okay.
039 is...
One direction, I'll take 6,000 or 2.0. Shuttle 2, half mile under control, climb now, number 180, Crocodile.
Half at 180, shuttle 2 from there.
Runner 80, ready to call on approach speed.
Front approach speed, runner 80.
And verify you're joining the LS.
Join LS now.
London control, hello, 8166 Bravo, midland, spot speed of 300 feet.
8116 Whiskey Bravo, London, climb now, level 370.
Climb to 370, 8166 Bravo.
Scribbit 839 on conversion, maintain 260 knots.
On conversion, maintain 260 knots, Flybe 89.
Scribbit 98 on conversion, 260 knots.
On conversion, 260 knots, confirm it.
Chinix 39 Foxtrot, direct to London.
With US on flight level 310 and heading 180.
Chinix 39 Foxtrot, direct to London.
Looks like Milton Keynes to me.
Bovington, Chinix 39 Foxtrot.
As it is.
Using 130 London Central with you at flight level 310 and heading 180.
Jersey 130, London control, Roger, turn
So
left.
passing 100, we've bugged up. Pumps all on. Lights all off. Cabin is now pressurising. We're on our way.
Front 260, 98 on conversion. Correct. Order, thank you.
So let's get under the charts. Shame about the tiles here.
Chinix 39 Foxtrot, when ready, descent flight level 150. He's got flight level 150, Chinix 39 Foxtrot.
So we are expecting wind at 340.
Fully, runner 80, fully established, pitch on 04.
Runner 0 to continue approach on approach range.
Just pretty much smack bang across both of them.
Easy 45 Bravo Papa, vacate next right.
Vacate next right, easy 45 Bravo.
Runner 9 Fox November, runway 04, clear to land 010 degrees 13 knots.
Clear to land runway 04, runner 9 Fox November.
Easy 45 Bravo Papa, contact ground 121.725.
121.725, easy 45 Bravo, thank you.
So order road is 332. Just in case we need it. Belfast VOR need. Oh, what am I talking about? How long is runway 35? your DME for runway 35 if we wanted to take it. We could go for the procedure.
Speedbird 839, descend flight level 170.
Flight level 170, Speedbird 839.
Jersey 130, turn left, heading 150 degrees.
It's about as much as the machine can take.
Well, good afternoon, Asiana 793, 747, taxi to Hotel 1 at Stansted. Asiana 793, London Control, roger. Rider 9, Fox November, vacate right, contact ground 121.725. Right, 121.725, Rider 9, Fox November.
Good afternoon, Ryanair 15 Whiskey on the 1 Juliet departure, holding 5,000.
Yeah, they'll show about those
Rider 80, traffic headed to gating, runway 04, clear to land,
little picture issues there.
Clear to land 04. Ryanair 80.
A bit down there too.
Speedbird 98, turn right, heading 180 degrees, report airspeed.
Right, 18, in front heading please, Speedbird 18.
1801, what's your airspeed?
Airspeed is 250 knots at the moment, Speedbird 98.
Verify 250 knots.
350, Speedbird 98.
Roger, I on you 260, start reducing your 260.
260.
200, passing. So diff of about 6.5, cabin's at 3, still pressurising.
Go in front, how will the approach terminate?
After the, on the on the decision altitude, we're going to go around and then we're going to head back towards VFR.
Go Cena from Alpha, Roger, runway 05, clear low approach after, or on the go, turn left towards Belarus, again.
Roger, clear for the low approach, go around and on the go around after departure, turn left towards Belarus,
Channel X, Anna Foxtrot 1 ready, descent flight level 80.
Descent flight level 80, Channel X,
Is that the heading to Speedbird 98?
Speedbird 98, affirmative, turn right, heading 200 degrees and put out all the drag you can and reduce your speed to 260 knots.
Reduce speed 260 and right heading 200, Speedbird 98.
Neptune 182 is just approaching TACA, looking for next frequency, please.
Yeah, my apologies, it's Unicom 122.8, bye-bye.
122.8, bye-bye now, Neptune 182.
Speedbird 98, when were you going to plan on converting if you were at 340 knots, the flight level 230?
Oh dear.
So I got a bit confused, I was waiting for the FMC, sorry about that, Speedbird 98.
Okay, no worries.
Always change over.
Route to right, following the descent flight level 140.
Route to right, following the descent flight level 140, Speedbird 839.
And Leicester out to our left.
Ryanair 80, vacated on rapid.
Ryanair 80, Roger, taxi, start of choice, good day.
Taxi on choice, Ryanair 80, good day, thank you.
Asiana 793, runway 04, clear takeoff, 010 degrees.
It is Leicester.
Clear takeoff, 04, Asiana 793.
And Ryanair 15 Whiskey FS-MAN.
Ryanair 15.
No, Leicester's out to our right.
Flight level 180.
Flight level 180.
Speedbird 98, turn left, heading 100 degrees.
Left 100, Speedbird 98.
Speedbird 98, descent flight level 150.
Really struggling.
Left 100, descent flight level 150, Speedbird 98.
Channel X 39 at Foxtrot, report the speed to Heathrow, direction 119.7, 25 nice to the hill.
Frequency for Channel X 39 at Foxtrot.
Heathrow, direction 119.7, 25.
Direct on 119 at 725 for Channel X 39 at Foxtrot.
Runner 7 Delta, contact London 133.7.
London 133.7. Thanks for the service. Have a great day, Ryanair 7 Delta.
ETA 0.
And a good afternoon, Ryanair 7 Delta. Passing flight level 265, climbing flight level 340, Elvos.
Ryanair 7 Delta, London, roger.
Good. Acquaintance things down a little bit.
London Control, good afternoon, Easy 809 with you, flight level 340, inbound City and City check.
Two seconds, Easy 809 London, roger. Break, Channel 178 Hotel, turn left heading 350 degrees, cleared island approach runway 32.
Turn left 350 degrees, Channel 178 Hotel, cleared island approach.
And Ryanair 7 Delta, route direct REMSI.
Redirect REMSI, Ryanair 7 Delta.
The station requesting a radio check is readability 5, but I missed your call sign if you can pass your message.
Do. Which is basically the shortcut I was going to ask for anyway. So there was a question on the forums about descent and how to work the forecast out. What are these blank boxes for? How do you work out the ISO deviation, etc. Before I do that, I'm going to put Scottish in. 135 52. So the easy answer is here is where the descent is, and these are the ones you pop in. These will be the same regardless of your cruise, so this descent box will always be the same. Obviously these will change, but 35, 31, 200, 15, 100 will always be what's listed. So you have to pick what's appropriate to you. If you were at maybe 250, of course you could put those in. We want to try and even them out, so we're going to pick that one, and that one. So 310. If you were at flight level 400, you could think about 35. But 310, no idea why it's an odd number. 200, 100. I'm going to go 017. 47. 017. 41. I hope you can hear over all of that. And 021. 38. Transition level, now that you will usually get from the ATIS, but you need real ATIS to get that. 12612 we have.
Negative, 6 super, 539.
And you can just hear it in the background.
10, not between 290.
UPM 213, contact Scottish Control, 135.525.
So that's where we're going to get it from, but I'm going to, because we're not going to be able to hear it, I'm going to take it from VATSIM. So it's Information Yankee 1520, runway 25, wind is 340 at 10 knots, varying between 290 and 360.
Easy 42 Charlie Lima, London Hello, clear Belfast, quality
10K.
departure, squawk 6020, QNH 1036.
A few clouds, 2,500. Scattered at 3, 4. Broken at 4,000. Temperature is 9. Dew points 4. 1039.
1,000 to go.
Sultan 07, descent flight level 250, on conversion, speed 270 knots.
So that's all checked. Happily on our way. Going to execute those winds.
11 whiskey, descent flight level 250, level
10,
right about, on
39.
conversion, speed 270 knots. 350 my demo conversion to 70 conversion. Okay.
So we need some more information to work out the transition level.
Station shuttle 2 Papa London, hello, when ready, descend flight level 140.
When ready, descend flight 140, shortly.
The other station?
Sorry, right now, on a flight level 350 direct gate.
So we'll have a look at the Zulu. That's not too bad.
1109 London, roger.
London Control and Bravo, the sequence 0 departure, 5,000 feet.
Runway 890 Bravo, London Squawk guidance, climb down flight level 70.
So airport elevation 268 is basically sea level.
Bravo negative, flight level 70.
ISO deviation is 15 degrees at sea level.
Sultan 07, report your speed to keep on approach,
It then reduces, the temperature reduces 2 degrees per 1,000 feet up until like 30 something thousand, until it gets to minus 56 and remains constant. So we have to work out what the difference is between 9 and 15. At surface level it's minus 6. You could take 0.5 off, but it doesn't really matter. Our cruise ISO deviation you can get from the prog page, and it's minus 3. We then take the average of those, which is 4.5, and we're going to round it down to 4. And that's a negative 4, so that's our ISO deviation.
Under control, did you mean to send Channel 178 Hotel A contact me?
So,
If that was used on at Leeds, I'm guessing it was a replay, because I got a radar return, but my got total sent it to the radar return.
Roger, no worries.
so
KLM 36 uniform, London.
the transition altitude is 6,000 feet, and you need a table to work out what the transition level is there for. At QNH of 1039, it's 065. So you've got to work that out, and I use CAP 493, has a nice little table, and XA. And that is all the descent information plumbed in. So, OLS Zulu, and I think I've got no idea where Ring is. Am I being dense? Okay, Ringer is there. It's 307 though.
Sorry, it was really right. We've got 315. This is the first bit. Please make this line. It's still broken. In fact, we'll call you back. Speedbird 86. If you can hear me, route direct Zibo. Roger, direct Zibo. Speedbird 86. Speedbird 86. If I disregard, the KLM 36 uniform on conversion, speed 280 knots or greater.
So, what DME required? 1099. And so, I don't think we're going to get that. We're not going to. We're going to IPSET. So we could build our own procedure out of this. But that's where we're going to end up. Anyway, the ILS.
Thank you. Climb now, flight level 240. ED29 Golf, climb down, flight level 110.
We need 117
Neptune 11,
to.
report your speed to ski pole 41.2.
I think that's all we need.
2, good day, Neptune 1. Speedbird 86, you've got to be routed a little bit further north than the track you meant to be on. So direct Zibo, Delta India Bravo, Alpha Lima. Roger, stand by, it's for enough flight plan.
So, approach minimums. We have a course of 248.
Ryanair 890 Bravo, resume navigation, direct Rogan.
468.
Navigation, Ryanair Bravo.
And if we're looking, much more to do. Apart from
All
both
stations,
of
all
them.
stations, we're back on frequency in 30 seconds for report back.
So there's our top of descent. I have a feeling though that we want to figure out something. So let's step through. Let's step through to here.
London, good afternoon, Scandinavian 77 Austin, Lima, details, expanding type of
And we know it's 248, so we're going to minus 90 degrees from that.
Oscar Lima, London to walk again.
Minus 90.
And all stations on back, brake brakes, shuttle 2 Papa, descend flight level 80.
So 098,
radar,
and we've got 5 miles.
185.5, Shamrock 213, contact Shannon Control 131.150.
131.150,
Flybe 86,
I think
flight
we
level
want to
290.
take this. We can do,
Roger,
clear that.
Under control, good afternoon, Alexander 609 RAB with you. We are flying direct to Seatsrum and flight level 390. Alexander 609 LB control, roger. Silent 36 uniform.
Let's do that and see how we get on.
Approach 121.12.
Fox, speed to people approach 112 km, shift from tank for the service going.
Speedbird 86 on conversion, speed 270 knots. Roger, on conversion 270, speed 86.
And that would be a sensible straight in.
Control, Lima 3 Echo, and REMSI flight level 370.
Speedbird 3 Echo on the standby. EG290 Golf, climb flight level 350. Scandinavian 77 Oscar Lima. Fly heading 190 degrees.
So it's VMC on arrival. There's our 10 miles.
Reserve landing 190, wait for decline.
EG809, contact Scottish 135.1525.
Scottish 135.525, ETA29, bye.
London 915 Whiskey and down Trent, holding flight level 180, requesting 42, Charlie, request taxi.
Oh, come on.
Two stations running 15 Whiskey, London Hello, descend flight level 100.
So,
Descend flight level,
let's have a look.
Scandinavian 77 Oscar Lima,
And
change of plan, turn left.
I think our fuel's going to be, we're going to be at 0.4, so 62.6.
42 Charlie Lima, taxi holding point Charlie, runway 09, report ready.
Taxi Charlie, will go report ready.
So, courses, frequencies match.
Rhino 6 Quebec uniform, route direct T-bound.
Wind was 340.
Sorry, going in for 6 Quebec uniform. Rhino
9 degrees.
Direct T-bound, Delta India Bravo Alpha Lima. With the directive, Rhino 6.
1039, what you need.
Sway 11 Sierra is holding an Alpha for 07.
And we reckon we're going to get
1
62.6.
Sierra, runway 07, clear for takeoff, surface wind 0103, 16 knots. Clear for takeoff, runway 07, just after departure, you want us to follow the full Darley 3 Tango, or maybe even get a lesser time, and then closer to 8.110, you're able to speak to Scottish, but we'll come in. Thanks a lot. Sway 11 Sierra.
Good evening, shuttle 7 Papa, flight level 340 to 350.
So, having a look at the airport chart. It's a little bit close to the end. So let's see what flat 40 gives us.
Bobbington 1 Bravo arrival, shuttle 7 Papa.
It's a bit better. 40 auto brake 2.
Flight level 250. Rhino 6 Quebec uniform, when ready, descend flight level 230, level by Dibbo. When ready, descend flight level 230, level by Dibbo, 6 Quebec uniform. Rhino 1109, route direct Dibbo. Route direct Dibbo for Rhino 1109.
Ryanair 7 Delta, request descent.
Ryanair 7 Delta, contact Scottish 135.5255.
Scottish, thanks. 13552, Ryanair 7 Delta.
419 Mike, request descent.
Scottish Centre, KLM 1 Heavy, hold short, Alpha 3.
Sorry, I was just coordinating there. There was 2 stations. The first station, say again.
KLM 1 Heavy, short, Alpha 3.
KLM 1 Heavy, roger. I see you in Tom, so that's fine.
And the other one, come on.
Ryanair 143, right on Alpha, hold at Alpha 19, ground 12175.
Right on to Alpha, hold at Alpha 19, contact ground at 121.750. Just for your help with them, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Ryanair 575, runway 06, surface wind at 020 degrees at 6 knots, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared to take off runway 06 for Ryanair 575.
Scottish, good afternoon, Ryanair 7 Delta, flight level 340, REMSI, request descent.
Ryanair 7 Delta, Scottish Control, hello, runway 25, Aldergrove, descent, flight level 260.
Runway 25, Aldergrove, descent, flight level 260, Ryanair 7 Delta.
Scottish CJs are back with you, flight level 250, 10 miles deadly, request climb.
So,
801, climb, flight level 350.
we could have out-intervented, but it would be a bit steep.
Ryanair 566,
So,
flight level 250.
quite simply do that, order brake set.
Charlie, climb, flight level 250.
Time flight level 250, Ryanair 5 Charlie Charlie.
Ryanair 3 November Delta, descent altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1037. 4,000 feet on 1037, Ryanair 3 November Delta.
So look a little steep.
Easy 521, left heading 325. Left heading 325, 31. City 11 Zulu, route direct to...
So we still do need a little bit more to get us back on profile.
City 11 Zulu, route direct to Nantes.
Noted, fully directed, noted.
KLM 1, Scottish Control, via Alpha 1, runway 06, line of wing.
That's 1 mark, wait 06, KLM 1 Heavy.
Ryanair 575, report your passing altitude.
Ryanair 575, altitude 2,400.
Ryanair 575, thank you, climb now, flight level 100.
Climb flight level 100 for Ryanair 575.
Easy 521, descent flight level 70.
Descent 70, easy 521.
Easy 521, when you can, reduce your speed to 220 knots.
220 knots, easy 521.
Shuttle 1 Mike, ready for departure. Shuttle 1 Mike, have you taxied?
Yeah, we tried to call about 5 miles, just 1
Roger, via Mike 1, left on out runway 34, cleared for takeoff, it's 340 degrees 16.
This one could take off 3-4, left hand notch, no 1 hand.
Scottish Golf, Bravo, up to 0 India.
Standby 1. Ryanair 3 November Delta, turn right heading 330
So
degrees.
1285 we have
Easy 521, left heading 210
for
degrees.
Aldergrove approach.
210, easy 521.
Ryanair 5 Charlie Charlie, climb flight level 270.
Time flight level 270, Ryanair 5 Charlie Charlie.
Ryanair 575, squawk 0474.
0474 for Ryanair 575.
All we will have to do is head towards the VOR.
020 degrees 6 knots.
Clear for takeoff, KLM 1 Heavy, just.
Lufthansa 87 Hotel Golf, Scottish Control, via Alpha 1, runway 06, line up and wait.
1,000 to go.
Lufthansa 87 Hotel Golf, Scottish.
And Eurotran, they said no, DHL.
Sorry, that's Eurotran 87 Hotel Golf, Scottish, via Alpha 1, line up and wait, runway 06.
Alpha 1, line of web.
Station calling, you're completely broken. Brake, easy 521, descent to altitude 6,000 feet, the Edinburgh QNH 1036.
1036, and descent 60 degrees 51.
Ryanair 3 November Delta, new QNH 1036.
1036, 3 November Delta.
Ryanair 5 Charlie Charlie, turn left at 180 degrees.
Left heading 180 degrees, Ryanair 5
Ryanair 575. Scottish Delta here, request frequency change London 133
Golf Papa Sierra Squawk 7000, frequency change approved today.
Scottish 7000, frequency change approved, Golf Papa here, thanks, goodbye.
Right, 7 Delta, descent flight
change to London.
Right, 7 Delta, descent flight 100.
Descent flight level 100, Ryanair 7 Delta.
Golf Tango India, frequency change approved, Squawk 7000, good day.
Good day, thank you, Golf Tango India.
Ryanair 3 November Delta, descent altitude 30,000 feet.
3,000 feet, 3 November Delta.
Easy 521, descent altitude 4,000 feet.
Descent 4,000 feet,
KLM 1, report to passing altitude.
4,800. 5.
KLM 1, thank you, climb down flight 100.
Up to 100, KLM 1.
Ryanair 3 November Delta, right heading 030, report localizer established, runway 06.
Right, 030, report localizer, established Ryanair 3 November Delta.
Easy 521, turn right heading 330 degrees.
Right 330, expect you on.
Eurotran 87 Hotel Golf, runway 06, cleared for takeoff, 050 degrees, 7 knots.
Good takeoff, 060.
Speed with 1 line Mike, will you be ready immediate? Speed with 1 line Mike, Scottish.
Go ahead, 1 Mike.
Speed with 1 line Mike, are you ready for immediate departure?
Affirm, 1 Mike.
Speed with 1 line Mike, via Alpha 1, runway 06, line up, wait.
We're waiting, runway 06, 019 Mike.
Scottish, good afternoon, Golf Tango Sierra.
Right.
Golf Tango Sierra, Golf Alpha, Scottish Control, standby 1, the Belfast Regional 1039.
Ryanair 3 November Delta, localizer established.
Ryanair 3 November Delta, thank you, 160 knots until 4 DM.
160 to 4, Ryanair 3 November Delta.
Ryanair 575, climb flight level 230.
Climb flight level 230 for Ryanair 575.
KLM 1, climb flight level 190, was that your requested level?
That's up to 100.
Ryanair 575, turn left heading 180 degrees.
Left 180 degrees for Ryanair 575.
Ryanair 5 Charlie Charlie, climb flight level 350.
So we'll pop a 30 mile fixed wing in.
Easy 521, right heading 030 degrees, report established on the localizer.
Okay, right 360, I'm on report, established, dip out to 1.
Easy 521.
Scottish Control, KLM 153 appropriately requesting IFR clearance to build
Oh, come
down
on, mate.
time 8320.
Easy 521, speed 160 knots to 4 DME.
Okay, 160 to 4 DME is 521.
Speed at 1 mile away, runway 06, cleared for takeoff, 050 degrees, 7 knots.
Careful takeoff to 19 Mike.
Station and press, pick up Hound Jewel, I'll call you back.
KLM
Ooh,
153,
that was an
back in.
awful stop.
Trans 187 Hotel Golf, report your passing altitude.
Passing 3,900.
Easy 87
Definitely
Hotel
weather
Golf,
related.
flight 170.
Which is such a shame.
Say again for Hotel Go.
170.
170.
Fine, Delta, contact Scottish 42, decimal 775.
Blocked.
Ryanair 7 Delta, contact Scottish 123775.
Scottish 123775, thanks for the service. Have a great day, Ryanair 7 Delta.
Easy 801.
Scottish Control, Ryanair 7 Delta, passing flight level 175, descending flight level 100 NELBO.
Ryanair 7 Delta, thank you. Continue Scottish Control.
Continue, Ryanair 7 Delta. So we are just about getting back on profile. Going to expect vectors, but once we get to IPSET, we are going to have to go straight towards Belfast. And if we are given the procedure, from this position, it's, I would say it's unlikely, because we'd have to do a parallel entry and it would all just be a bit of a mess. So with the hole being in the opposite direction, so we're going to hope we get vectored. bit of speed brake because we do need to be a little bit low on the profile so that we can get that speed back. Drift's kicking in a little bit now. So what we can do is bring the speed back to something like that. Let's see what 2,000 feet a minute gives us. Perhaps with some speed brake. And if we aim for NELBO at 100, that should start to get it coming back. So frame rate's still doing alright.
Scottish, good afternoon. This is 42 Charlie Lima, flight level 240 direct Ergo.
Easy 42 Charlie Lima, hello, radar contact, expect landing 25 Aldergrove.
Expect 25 at Aldergrove, this is 42 Charlie Lima.
Ryder 7 Delta, contact Belfast radar now 128.5, bye-bye.
Belfast Radar 128.5, thanks for the service, have a great day, Ryder 7 Delta. Belfast Radar, good afternoon, Ryanair 7 Delta. Passing flight level 115, descending flight level 100, NELBO.
Ryder 7 Delta, Aldergrove radar, good afternoon, turn right 5 degrees, descend flight level 80.
Turn right 5 degrees, descend flight level 80, Ryanair 7 Delta. Not looking too bad, is it?
Ryder 7 Delta, vectoring for an ILS Zulu, approach runway 25, information Zulu current, you are number 1.
Vectoring ILS Zulu, runway 25, information Zulu 1, Ryanair 7 Delta. So let's just get that back. So that's where they're vectoring us to. Not bad. Good guess. So just busted the speed. Good.
Ryanair 7 Delta, 35 miles from touchdown, descend to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1038.
Descend altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1038, Ryanair 7 Delta. So we will keep that. So 4,000 is probably okay there. You don't want to be too high because we've got some energy to lose. So I'm happy to leave the speed brake out all the way. 248. Now that's where we need downwind ILS is on because we are inbound 25. So if we don't have that on, we won't pick it up. That was sloppy. Just managed to keep the base of my chair. cloud we pop. And at this point I think we can bring it back, start bringing the speed back. So we are looking for India Alpha Golf 248. We have tuned identified. We've got the NDB set 2. See how that, even at such a low rate of descent, we are struggling to get that speed back. Surprisingly slippery aeroplane. That's what's nice about the ortho. Right, the overlays may not be fantastic, but being able to see things like that are quite good.
Ryanair 7 Delta 10, left heading 290 degrees, descent altitude 3,000 feet.
Left heading 290, descent altitude 3,000 feet, Ryanair 7 Delta. So we are going straight to there. It's worth updating that because that gives us an idea of the profile. So we're going to start to catch that profile up, I reckon. Oh, we're actually going straight to the final fix. So maybe we did chicken out a little early. So because that's 2.5, we're going to want something like that.
Ryanair 7 Delta, just a bit of wind there, so turn right heading 295, descent altitude 2,500 feet, cleared RNS approach runway 25.
Right heading 295 degrees, descent altitude 2,500 feet, cleared ILS approach runway 25, Ryanair 7 Delta. So that green banana is bang on. And you can see actually we are maintaining this at flight idle pretty well. So let's see if we can't just creep into flap 1, match speed. So heading select, we have been cleared on the approach. It's tuned and identified. It's coming gradually in. We'll intercept the localizer before the glide.
Thousand to go.
1,000 feet, we are cleared. Steaming it relatively nicely. I always say it's more about systems management than flying the aeroplane. Looks like a relatively nice
2,500.
bit of wind. So I think that would have given us a little bit of a steep approach. We're doing pretty well here. We have out acquired, which we want to make sure we get the localizer. There's the localizer alive. Flap 5, match speed. There's the aeroplane turning. We have captured. We are established. We can arm the approach. The airplane may level off just a little bit, so not perfect. To go through, see the aerodrome, and and we've identified Ryanair 7 Delta established ILS 257 miles.
Ryanair 7 Delta Roger, continue approach runway 25 in number 1, surface wind 350 degrees, 10 knots.
Continue approach Ryanair 7 Delta. Missed approach is 3000. So flap 5 on the glide works quite well. See the N1 just starting to increase. There's our 4-mile fixed ring. Full configuring gear down in VMC. Over the NDB. There's 4 miles. Here down.
1,000.
Flat 15. Match speed.
Ryanair 7 Delta, runway 25, clear land, surface wind 350 degrees, 10 knots.
Clear land runway 25, Ryanair 7 Delta. So we'll go flap 25. Match speed. It's 143. Flap 40.
Approaching 25.
$500.
There we are, stable.
400.
So 500 was continue. Really can't see anything with these textures as they are.
300.
Can't make out the runway
Approaching
markings at
minimums.
all. I'm sure
200.
it's never been this bad before.
Minimums.
Over cataracts.
100.
A little bit high.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Reversers are deployed, so there is no chance of a go around once they're out.
knots.
Manual braking.
3,000
Quite a lot of
feet
rudder needed.
remaining.
Right, 7 Delta, would you like us to vacate on
Approaching
the opposite runway?
17.
Sorry, 7 Delta XM, you can pick it right on runway 35, right on Charlie, taxi, stand 15.
Vacate, right, runway 35, Charlie, stand 15, Ryanair 7 Delta.
On runway 35.
So there is us vacated. Charlie is the right up here. Brakes are a little warm.
Allegro radar, good afternoon, easy 42 Charlie Lima, Airbus 319 with Zulu, cleared descent, flight level 80.
Easy 42 Charlie Lima, Osgrove radar, continue present heading, descent, flight level 80.
Continue present heading Requesting descent flight level 80, maintain 42 Charlie.
Easy 40 Charlie Lima vectoring for an ILS Zulu approach runway 25 for permission is Zulu, your number 1.
Number 1 with Zulu vectoring ILS, Zulu approach runway 25.
So that's the sort of texture I'd expect. It looks a bit cartoony. So we're going to go along Charlie, and it's X-ray, and then first on the left, stand 15. The APU on. Airplane's coming around this turn nicely by itself.
Easy 40 Charlie Lima 32 track miles, descent at altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1038.
Descent to altitude 4,000 feet on the Isle of QNH 1038, let's cover the track miles,
So 25, 26 over here is where we would go. Looks to me like somebody is either on our stand or next to it.
Belfast approach, good afternoon, East Flight 11 Sierra. It's an Embraer 170 with information Bravo with it blackout to descend to flight level.
So that is stand 16, so that's our stand.
On the current radar, hello, 10 right 10 degrees, descend to flight level 70.
Right turn 10 degrees to 20 degrees and we'll descend flight level 70, East Flight 11 Sierra.
East Flight 11 Sierra, vectoring for an ILS approach runway 04, you are number 1, information Bravo current.
ILS 04, number 1, and we've got Bravo, East Flight 11 Sierra.
So here is our turn, all the way around onto stand.
PD 40 Charlie Lima, turn left 10 degrees and report that heading.
Left 10 degrees, heading 310, is the 40 Charlie.
PD 40 Charlie Lima, roger.
Do this. Brakes on. Transponders to standby. APU's on. 2 blues, 1 red. Engines are dead. Welcome to Aldergrove. An hour and 40 minutes after we left, 55-minute flight time. Zibo says good landing. Smart Car says 313, bit of a thump. Let's file that. Let's fly the next, leg. 127 packs.
East Flight 11 Sierra, level 70, I think that was our clearance.
East Flight 11 Sierra, that's correct, and you've got approximately 4-5 track miles to the wind ready, descent to altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1038.
Brilliant, thank you. We'll descend shortly to 6,000 feet, 1038, East Flight 11 Sierra.
So we have 1400. 1410 we have
Charlie
used.
Lima, descent to altitude 2,500 feet, you have 15 track miles.
0.31. Reset the fuel flow. We did it in 0.55.
Return right heading at 225 when ready, descent to altitude 4,000 feet.
114.
Slight right turn now, heading 225 and descent 4,000 feet, slight 116.
Easy 42 Charlie Lima, turns left heading 295, cleared out approach runway 25, QNH 1038.
QNH 1038, I left that heading 290.
Okay, I'm going to sort myself out, have a drink, and then we will be back for the return leg in not too long. I've just got a few more things to set up. But I hope you can join me. See you again soon.
Charlie Lima, heading 295, but you can turn left heading 290 to establish.
Okay, so just got a few things to do on my OFP, which has a couple of checks just to try and remind me to do them. So I filed the flight plan. VATSIM flight plan has been filed. X-Pilot, we're going to disconnect and then reconnect as Delta X-Ray. You're going to fetch the flight plan. And they've come back, which is good. So, Callsign flight plan done. Active sky. We are going to load another flight plan to Manchester. Our alternate is Stansted. Fresh that, live real time, that's running. And smart cars we are going to start, and the time, so we are stand 15 I think. Smart cars has started 16:43:11, so we need 20 minutes on top of that, so not before 04, which is still well earlier. Made up quite a bit of time. That'll give me some good estimated times because I need to make a chili for dinner, so, and I could have done that earlier. I suppose I should have done that straight away, but never mind. So pop the radio back on, pop the chat back on, and like I say, I'm really sorry if it just says unable to connect to chat. No idea why. So if you're watching and you can't say hi, I do apologise for that. I don't know why the chat's not working, and it's a bit beyond my comprehension to work out at this moment in time. So we can get rid of some of these, like that one and that one. We can load up the departures. There's only one departure. It's an omnidirectional departure. And we can load up the OFP. So we are, there we go, 7 Delta X-Ray. Let's get back into the aeroplane. And everything is groovy. So cruise is 250. We're off to Manchester, which is 257, so that's fine. Don't need to realign anything. You can do a quick realign, but I'm not convinced that it's modelled. What we do need to do is load up our payload. So we have got 1, 2, 7 packs. Now we've got 2862. That's a little bit far back, so we'll sort of aim around this. It's a little bit far forward, but you know what? It will do. Obviously, in reality, we like to try and balance the aeroplane to minimise a little bit of an aft CG.
It's Flight 110, Roger, runway 04, clear to land, surface wind 010 degrees, 15 knots.
One thing you'll notice here, we've got an extra 15 minutes of fuel just in case when we get to Manchester it's busy. So we want 5550, and we will get that fuel on the way. So into the FMC as before. This time we've got an ATIS though, so go for Alpha Alpha. We're on stand 15. And we are off to Echo Golf Charlie Charlie. 7 Delta X-Ray. So look at our route.
On the Grove radar, very good evening, EC67 Quebec Tango, Gate 14, Airbus A320 with information Zulu requesting IFR to Manchester.
EC67 Quebec Tango, on the Grove radar, good evening, fled to Manchester via Lima 603, climb to altitude 5,000 feet, squawk 4367.
Airport Manchester via the Lima
Lisbon,
603,
Lima 603, PEPOD, 38,
4367,
GIGTO, Mersey. Happy.
7 Quebec Tango, correct. Surface wind 350 degrees 10 knots. Can you accept runway 25 for departure?
A firm, we can accept 25, EC67 Quebec Tango.
EC67 Quebec Tango, roger, QNH 1038.
1038, EC67 Quebec Tango.
So we've got QNH. Going to expect 5,000 just like he got. Have a look at the chart in a minute. So what we do need, the general briefing. Departing. Taxiing. Noise abatement. Nothing. So nice and simple. So Mersey to Delta we can expect at Manchester. Not sure what we will get. Arrival, one of the arrivals has got the thresholds, and that's good enough for the moment. So fuel wise, trip and taxi 2 tons. We want 5.5, 5.6 fuel there. Reserves 2.8, 2.9, call it 3. Cost index 6250, we know.
It's flight 110, welcome to Belfast City. Backtrack runway 04, vacate onto Alpha and taxi stand 7.
We will turn round right here, backtrack 04, vacate Alpha and stand 7 for East Flight 110. Thanks sir, good afternoon.
Cheers, you too.
So we're expecting Lima 603, so we are going to go Lisbo direct. So the Belfast VOR 1172 we have got tuned, and that is 154 to that point. Well, I'm going to expect runway 25 departure. And what we will do for those legs is, if we do runway 25, just have a look at the departure instructions, because there's nothing on the chart. Just a speed profile, so it's pretty much direct departures. I think we're going to get 2 miles, although we can take a lower turn. So there really is nothing to give us anything. So the runway heading is 345. Let's go 3 miles. No, that's gone well wrong.
East Flight 110 vacating 0.
It's flight 110, roger, thanks.
So we can get rid of that. Okay, so having a look on here.
Telegraph radar EC67 Quebec Tango, stand 14, we are ready for push and start.
EV 67 Quebec Tango, Stand 1-4. Are you able to push to spot Lima 2?
I could try, but I'm under the guise of GSX, so I mean, stand by 1. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter too much. It was just in case the guy next to you called, but he hasn't called for his clearance yet. So, push to start approved from spot 1-4 and runway 25 for departure.
Push to start approved. And runway 25 for departure. We'll call when ready for taxi. Easy 67 commit.
Let's have a listen to the ATIS. Now there is no ATIS, that's a worry. 12613, why do I not? Do I?
And advise aircraft type on first contact. Aldergrove information Bravo. Time 1550. Runway in use 25. Surface wind 350. 10 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Few clouds at 2,600 feet scattered at 3,400 feet broken 3,900 feet. Temperature +9. Dew point +4. QNH 1038. Acknowledge your receipt of information Bravo.
Good. So that's us. Loaded, ready, and locked. So I think we're just going to have to make do with that and then a direct because we can't do that custom waypoint. So put the auto brake on. That's tested. So N1. Now take off. We have got 2780, 2780. And I need to use the external planner. Load that up. That's runway 25. So gross weight wise, where are we? 61.6, which makes sense. So, runway 25, we're going to go all the way down to the end. There is no point taking a Bravo intersection, so we'll take the full lot. 25, full, the runway is dry, it's a flap 5, 26k, 1735. 1735 is a big key, so if we go for 22k, 1855, that's more likely because it's not giving us an assumed. So we will go 22k, no select temp 350 at 10, 1000, accelerate 1500. Flap 5 departure. A little bit further forward, but we'll go trim 6. And we're getting 134, 135, 142. Matches perfect. Flight director goes on. Captain's my side. Border road radar, Ryanair 7 Delta X-ray.
Ryanair 7 Delta X-ray, Alder Grove radar.
Ryanair 7 Delta X-ray 737-800, information Bravo stand 15, QNH 1038, request departure clearance to Manchester.
Rhino 7 Delta X-ray, clear to Manchester via Lima 603. Climb to altitude 5,000 feet, squawk 0474.
Clear to Manchester, Lima 603, altitude 5,000 feet, squawk 0474, Rhino 7 Delta X-ray.
Rhino 7 Delta X-ray, correct, surface wind 350 degrees, 10 knots, advise available to accept a runway 25 departure.
We can accept a runway 25 departure, Rhino 7 Delta X-ray.
Rhino 7 Delta X-ray, roger, expect runway 25, QNH 1038.
Wilco, QNH 1038, Rhino 7 Delta X-ray. Should have been a Roger, but never mind. So, 0, 4, 7, 4, 5,000. Straight ahead, we'll turn when able. And we will get the APU started, because we are fueled up. We are fueled up and ready to go. So 2780.
Lights flash on and off. It's also an indication for you to actually make sure that your seatbelt is securely fastened and ready for departure.
Still going to be 25 minutes early. That should get us in at 7 o'clock. So one thing I will do is pop the SEM forecast in while we think about it. So we're at 25, so we're going to use 200. For 50 and 100. I think if you put those in the wrong way, it doesn't matter. So we'll get the cargo shut. The stairs up, get the door shut, and we will get pushback planned. So we're not going to get it anytime soon.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready.
Right, so got that set up.
Ground to cockpit.
Push.
So is driving up.
Tow on the way. So the arrival QNH is forecast to be 1035.
Telegraph radar, easy 67 Quebec Tango, way ahead.
Easy 67 Quebec Tango, taxi holding point Alpha 1, report ready for departure.
Alpha 1 will report ready, easy 67 Quebec Tango.
So transition altitude is 5,000 feet with 1035, that gives us 055.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
So while we're still waiting on the tug, he's on his way. There's another one over there. It's all looking rather good.
TENSO connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Ryanair 7 Delta X-ray stand 15, request push and start.
Ryanair 7 Delta X-ray, stand 15, push and start approved.
Push and start approved, Ryanair 7 Delta X-ray. So we are good to go. Set. APU is on. Let's go on. Wait for the cabin secure this time.
Should be pushing back here, I'm going to few moments, make sure PCF outside security parcel. If you're still using your phone, we would appreciate if you slowly make sure to switch that. You will be taking a fantastic care of you on a short journey. Yours were meant before the departure, would appreciate your full attention as the safety is paramount here. Thank you.
So 1702.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
And we've got 5550 on board. It's a pretty short push, so we'll get started. So start engine number 2. Relying on ATC there. %, fuel's on. Frame rate's doing okay, still a bit stuttery. It's just these textures that I can't quite figure out. I'm sure they haven't been that bad before. And you see how quickly that turns into a mess. Don't know if I can change the NVIDIA settings here. So starter cutout. Engine stable. 2, 4, 6, 3. Whoa. That might be my own fault. Something went a bit squiffy on me. Can we just cancel that? Just stop it.
Hologram radar, EC67, keep it tucked, holding up for 1 way, fully ready.
86-7, Quebec Tango, Roger, Mike, Alpha 1, line up, runway 25, after departure, turn left, direct, PEPOD.
If I do that.
Line up, runway 25, we can expect PEPOD after departure.
Good.
EC67, Quebec
Jeez, that was a pain.
86-7, Quebec Tango, correct, runway 25, clear for takeoff, set.
Right, let's start engine number 1.
Takeoff 25, EC67, Quebec Tango.
That was going horrifically wrong. So we should be 45 minutes flight time. Fuel on. Starter cutout. 2, 4, 6. Stable. There's the aeroplane going. Let's get this done. And have a watch. So we have seen the PIM flap 5.
The Grove radar is 69 Echo Whiskey Airbus 319 stand 17 with the QNH 1038 departure clearance to Liverpool, please.
CV69 Echo Whiskey, Old Grove radar, clear to Liverpool via Lima 603, climb to altitude 5,000 feet, squawk 7416.
Clearance is Liverpool via the Lima 603 003 airway, departure, climb altitude 5,000 feet, squawk 741.
So flight controls, full forward, full aft, full left, full right, full left rudder, full right rudder. Trim set.
We can happily accept 6 flight windows with 6,000 record.
Generators on. APUs off, start switches, continuous probe heats on.
103, expect from
Anti-ice not required, air conditioning, cruise set, PAX auto, bleeds on, ISO auto, flat 5, green light, stab trim, 6 required, 6 set, flight controls checked, recalls checked.
67 Quebec Tango, report your passing, altitude climb flight level 90.
67 Quebec Tango, passing 2,300 and we'll climb no flight level 90.
Runner 7 Delta X-ray, request taxi.
Runner 7 Delta X-ray, taxi holding point Alpha 1, report ready for departure.
Holding point Alpha 1, Wilco, runner 7 Delta X-ray. So clear taxi, lights on. Clear left, clear right, move forward, brakes off, configs checked. Hopefully there's no tug for us to run over. Yeah, he gone. So 17:45 was our schedule. We're well ahead. Well, I did build, I think, a little bit of extra time in, possibly unnecessarily. The block is allegedly 111, but I'm pretty sure it won't be because the taxi's not that long. We've still got tuned.
Thanks for the service, see you again. Easy 67 Quebec Tango. Cheers.
A little place to come. So no LNAV for this because it's definitely a heading select departure. See the wind pushing the tail to the left. So there is a bit of terrain contouring. So we were clear to Alpha 1. Rhino 7 Delta X-ray, ready at immediate.
Rhino 7 Delta X-ray, by Alpha 1, line up for runway 25, after departure turn left direct PEPOD.
Runway, via Alpha 1, line up 25, after departure left direct PEPOD, Rhino 7 Delta X-ray.
Rhino 7 Delta X-ray, correct, runway 25, clear for takeoff, surface wind.
Approaching 25.
Clear takeoff, Rhino 7 Delta X-ray. Had checked. Oh, that was a terrible lineup.
On runway 25.
So 2730, 2730. And it is 17. 12, I wouldn't bet. So stable. Power. Toga. Let's keep it, that needed a lot of rudder to keep it straight there. A little bit of into-wind aileron.
80 knots. V1, rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up.
$400.
So, one thing I didn't say was flap.
1,000.
1268, which is up here. So, we can go direct.
Nine Echo Whiskey, and 17 with the QNH 1038, request special start, please.
Easy, 69 Echo Whiskey, stand 17, special start approved.
Stand 17, special start approved, easy 69 Echo Whiskey.
Rhino 7 Delta X-ray, report your passing altitude, climb flight level 90.
Passing altitude 2,400, climb flight level 90, Rhino 7 Delta X-ray.
Roger.
So, flap 1, 90. A little bit of a mess. So, we're actually quite happy with that. So, 90, just running out of hands and buttons. Maps up, no lights. Let's go 250.
Rhino 7 Delta X-ray, contact Scottish Control 123.775. Bye.
Scottish 123.775. Thanks for the service. Have a great day. Stay safe. Rhino 7 Delta X-ray.
Cheers, you too.
Scottish Control, Ryanair 7 Delta X-ray. Passing flight level 50, climbing flight level 90, direct Lisbo.
Ryanair 7 Delta X-ray, Scottish, hello, identified. Continue climb to flight level 250.
Climb flight level 250, Ryanair 7 Delta X-ray. So, set. Let's go VNav. And how are we doing there? That's not too bad, is it? In. Oh, wiggle. And out we come. That was pretty direct. Bad attempt. So, can't get Manchester. We all might have gone out for dinner. We should have pushed back at 04. I should have held off on that, so we'll miss out on extra points. That's irritating. It's really irritating. I'd scribble down not before 04. We went at 02 because I'm hungry. Never mind. Anyway, there's 100. All of a sudden, the airplane's bugged up. All the lights can go off. The airplane is diff of about 4 and a bit. Cabin of about 1.5 and climbing steadily. Manchester Atis 121975. Yeah, that's really irritating. Should have started smart cars when I came down. Never mind. Listen for the learning. Between 20 and 40 minutes, and we wouldn't have been at 40 minutes. So we are going to expect that we get the Z2 Bravo, Z2 Delta, the plan 05 right, and we have been set cruise, so set once, set twice, set 3 times, happy. So Mersey 2 Delta, we will check. I'm going to bring up both charts. We had this yesterday. We should be landing on 05 right, but we were given 05 left at the very last minute, which was not great. Forecast 1035, so let's get that set before top of climb. That was one thing I was going to check. What difference do reflections make? Visual effects, right. Reflections. If I turn that off, subtle difference. A little bit. And I mean, if I'm honest, I'm not a particular fan of the windshield reflections because I think they're what gives the terrain a bit of squiffiness. Don't mind the gauge is. Leave it at that. Don't think it's made much difference. Maybe at night it will make a difference, but it has improved the frame rate a bit. I don't know. Look, there's our top of climb, there's our top of descent, so. So Manchester VOR is what we need, 113. 55. We need Wallace in Pole Hill, really. Let's do 1141. Because we are going to take that outbound 061. And Manchester is just Manchester. 05 is 052. So we're picking up Wallace at least. Passing 200, last in check. 6.7, Kevin out of 3, climbing steadily. Look at that.
Easy 67, Quebec Tango, London is offline, your frequency change is separate, very good evening. Unicorn 122 at display passenger service, see you again, EC67 Quebec Tango.
So Manchester Tower and Manchester Approach are on though.
05 left. Transition level, flight level 55. Surface wind 030. 11 knots. Visibility 10. Kilometers or more broken 4,700 feet. Temperature +9. Dew point 0. QNH 1035. Threshold. QFE 1026. Acknowledge your receipt of information, Romeo, and advise aircraft type on first contact. Granted information, Romeo. Time 1650. Automatic. Runway in use 05 left. Transition level, flight level 55. Surface wind 030. 11 knots.
Okay, so it's not very busy, so it'll be 05 left.
Thousand to go.
There's us at our cruise. So 05 left is 1095. There's the Manchester VOR. So, cruise 287, fine. We haven't changed over to Mac yet. Or will we for this trip? And for our arrival, I'm going to get to Mersey, and then I think we're going to end up doing a right and then a left. So 05 left. It's definitely VMC. So 4 mile ring, 10 mile ring. So that'll keep us nice and high. And we can probably... No, we might go direct from... We might end up going direct from Wallasey actually, but we'll see. Radar will give us some vectors as we get closer. We're going to expect to burn 0.6, so 59.9. Flap 30, dry, it's not 340 at 10. 59, 900. It is 9 degrees, 030 at 11. 1035, could have done without that. So we are getting 147 plus 5, 152 for flap 30. I think we want auto brake 2.
Good evening, 86 Diner Echo Whiskey, climbing flight level 90 on track PEPOD.
86 Echo Whiskey, Scottish radar contact, hello, and continue climb flight level 230.
Continue climb flight level 230, 86 Diner Echo Whiskey.
Oh, we didn't put the pegs out.
Ryder 7 Delta X, we're 11 offline, unfortunately, your frequency change is approved, so very good evening.
Thanks very much for the service. See you again soon. Stay safe, runners. Delta X-ray.
You too.
So we can get Manchester 18575. And Tower 118,625.
Manchester radar, speed word 285, climbing 2,000 feet for 5,000 feet. Civil 285, Manchester radar, thank you, climb flight level 190. Climb flight level 190, speed word 285. Train 34, hotel, descent altitude 4,000 feet. 4,000 feet, select 3,000.
So what height do we think we're going to be at Mersey? Yeah, 10 flight level 80, because that's what it says. Policy of the speed limit point.
Hotel, descent altitude 3,000 feet.
So, clearance limit is Mersey. I'm just going to set 100. So we get there
Hotel,
later.
left me 150 degrees, pressure 140 degrees. Left me 4 degrees, 3,000.
And you can see it's all the way out, all the way in. That's pretty good, isn't it? So 05 left, the minima. 412 for the K1.
Hotel 780 degrees, cleared Alice approach from a 05 left. 80 degrees, Alice approach from 05 left. Scanning even to
That's looking better.
Alpha Brady, Econ 122.8, good afternoon, Chris, good evening.
It's doing really well.
Switching to using on 122.8 for Scandinavian 29 have a good evening.
So I'll just get the charts up here.
Reach the radar, very good evening, Easy 67 Quebec Tango, passing through flight level 155. We're on the Mersey 2 Delta, Airbus A320, we have information from you.
Easy 67 Quebec Tango, Manchester radar is going to be vectors for the Alice approach runway 05 left. Descent, flight level 60, direct Mersey.
Vectors for ILS 45 left, down to flight level 60 and direct Mersey, Easy 67 Quebec Tango.
Zibo 285, contact Lumen Control now, 132.6, bye-bye.
132.6, speedbird 285, thank you, bye-bye.
Chinese 34 Hotel, contact now, 118.625, bye-bye. 118.625,
Manchester radar, good evening. Ryanair 7 Delta X-ray, passing flight level 215, descending flight level 100, Mersey 2 Delta. Information, Romeo QNH 1035.
Ryanair 7 Delta X-ray, Manchester radar is going to be vectors for the Alice approach runway 05 left. When ready, descend flight level 80.
Vectors ILS 05 left, when ready, descend flight level 80, Ryanair 7 Delta X-ray. So when ready, down to 80. And we have got this segment here.
Easy 67 Quebec Tango, leave Mersey, heading 170 degrees.
Leave Mersey heading 170, Easy 67 Quebec Tango.
So that's going to bring us back.
Right now, short of Phoenix, I'm passing 2,400 for 5,000 left 50.
Sure, so you the Manchester radar, hello, maintain 5,000 upon reaching.
Maintain 5 on reaching, short of Phoenix.
What does that look like? Great, so it's probably going to be more like 15. Look at that. I think we can plumb in an intercept as well. That might actually just do it. Not ideal, so maybe it would be a little bit further, but that's good enough for me for the time being. So the aeroplane should level off at 170.
Ryanair 7 Delta X-ray, descend flight level 60 level by Mersey.
Descend flight level 60 level Mersey, Ryanair 7 Delta X-ray. So let's plumb that in. Let's ball that, and we're going to out into vent because we were cleared to descend. 0 level 1Z.
Shift 3 Victor, climb flight level 190.
Climb flight 190, should be good.
Rhino 7 Delta X-ray, direct Mersey.
Direct Mersey, Rhino 7 Delta X-ray. Ooh, that's gonna hurt.
Skipper 311, turn left heading 200 degrees, descend to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1035. No, so QNH 1035.
Got all of that wrong.
1035, Easy 670 Quebec Tango, descend to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1035.
Identify those in 1035, easy 670 Quebec Tango.
So we no longer need policy 1095.
Shuttle 3 Victor, contact London Control now 132.6. Bye-bye.
1095 052.
Shuttle 3 Victor, expect.
If that's set. 412 set. And 1544 is our check. The ident is India Mike.
Do 311, fly heading to 15.
Heading to 15,
So we are going to be a little bit quick. Let's get some speed brake. Bring the speed back.
Delta X-ray, leave Mersey heading 170 degrees.
Leave Mersey heading 170 degrees, Rhino 7 Delta X-ray. So that is 170.
Sugar 311, turn right heading 230 degrees, descend to altitude 3,000.
Now it should be a flyover, and I'm not quite sure if you can do that. So we'll just leave it in LNAV. So there we are, on profile, on speed. We've plumbed in what we've been given. But not quite work out like that.
Hello, UG45 Papa with you, LISBO to Sierra.
UG45 Papa, Manchester, I'll report you passing altitude.
Number passing 3,000.
Now we're not going to make that 230 there.
UG45 Papa, thank you, climb now, flight level 190.
Flight level 190, UG45 Papa.
It's flight level 100. Phones off. Belts on. Airplane's depressurizing happily. We are inbound.
Sugar 311, turn right heading 320 degrees. descend to altitude 4,000 feet.
That's 4,000, easy 6 of Quebec Tango.
Speedbird 311, turn right heading 010 degrees, cleared ILS approach runway 05 left.
Right 010, cleared for the ILS approach for 05 to the true.
As you can see, that's pretty much working out exactly what we did there. Like giving him an intercept. It's probably going to be alright. Might be a bit of a late turn. So a little bit of speed brake just to lead off that little extra speed. And once we're on LNAV, start the turn.
6 of Quebec Tango, descend to altitude 3,000 feet, turn left heading 150 degrees.
Turn to 3,000, left heading 150, easy 6 of
How
Quebec.
far off is it?
Speedbird 311, speed 18, correction 160 knots of green.
1,000 to go.
Easy 6 of Quebec Tango, speed 180 knots.
Speed 180 knots, easy 6 of Quebec Tango.
Rhino 7 Delta X-ray, descend to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1035.
Descend altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1035, Rhino 7 Delta X-ray.
Speedbird 311, contact tower now, 118.625, bye.
So, on to heading select.
Easy 67 Quebec Tango, speed 160 knots till 40 me, turn left heading 080 degrees, cleared ILS approach runway 08 left, correction 05 left.
Speed 160 to 4, left now, heading 00, cleared ILS 05 left, easy 6 of Quebec Tango.
So, not far off, even with the wind.
1,000 to go.
So we've still got a bit of mileage to do. I'm going to start bringing the speed back just in case.
Easy 67 Quebec Tango, contact tower 118.625, bye.
118.65, back to the service, see you again, easy 6 of Quebec Tango.
Got that tuned. So maybe it's the clouds that need a little bit of work. It's hovering around 20, which isn't great. See how frame rate now.
45, Papa, contact
Much
London
better.
Tower now 132.6, bye bye.
Thank you very much. 159.
Negative 132.6.
132. 159, thank you very much.
Rhino 7 Delta X-ray, descend to altitude 4,000 feet, turn left heading 140 degrees.
Descend altitude 4,000 feet, left heading 140 degrees, Rhino 7 Delta X-ray. Oh look, that's pretty much bang on, isn't it?
Rhino 7 Delta X-ray, speed 180 knots.
Speed 180 is Rhino 7 Delta X-ray. Could have done with a few extra track miles there.
1,000 to go.
So close enough to flat 1. Back to 180. We've got to try and juggle matching that descent.
Runner 7 Delta X-ray, descent about 3,000 feet.
Descent altitude 3,000 feet, Ryanair 7 Delta X-ray. And we're going to have to go level change.
Ryanair 7 Delta X-ray, turn left heading 080 degrees, cleared for ILS approach from 805 left.
Left heading 080 degrees, cleared ILS 05 left, Ryanair 7 Delta X-ray.
And Ryanair 7 Delta X-ray, reduce your minimum safe approach speed.
Minimum safe speed, Ryanair 7 Delta X-ray. Really don't want to be dragging it in, but
1,000 to go.
we are going to have to. So it's not really where we want to be. Dragging the airplane in from 10 miles with the gear down. So localizer capture, India Mike Mike 052 checked. Localizer established. The airplane has not quite captured it yet. Just thinking about it. That's looking good though, sim level 17.
Manchester radar, squawk 3450.
So that's BD, runner 105 Charlie, passing 3,500
Big armed 2, flap planning, flap set, gear down, 3 green start switch continuous. Recourse checked, cabin secure. Off we go, the mist ahead, mist approach, straight ahead, 3.5.
Yep, runner 105 Charlie.
Runner 7 Delta X-ray, established 05 left, 7.5 miles.
Runner 7 Delta X-ray, contact tower 118.625, bye.
Tower 1865, thanks for the service, stay safe, Runner 7 Delta X-ray.
Air traffic inside, Golf Bravo Zulu.
Manchester Tower, good evening, Ryanair 7 Delta X-ray, established ILS 05 left, 7 DME.
Runner 7 Delta X-ray, continue approach number 2, surface wind 030 degrees, 12 knots, traffic information is a Piper Cherokee on the right base, runway 05 right.
Continue approach, looking for the traffic, Ryanair 7 Delta X-ray.
Runner 106, runway 05 right, clear takeoff, correction 05 left, clear takeoff, surface wind 030 degrees, 12 knots.
Clear takeoff 05 left, Ryanair 106.
Easy 67, commit Tango, contact ground 12850, good day.
11850, establish service area.
Shuttle 3 Tango behind the arriving Ryanair traffic, runway 05 left, land and wait behind.
Yeah, the arriving Ryanair traffic, land and wait 05 left, behind shuttle 3 Tango. Golf Bravo Zulu, standing farm left.
Golf Bravo Zulu, same touches.
Touch and go, Golf Bravo Zulu.
Golf Bravo Zulu, runway 05 right, clear touch and go, surface wind 030 degrees, 12 knots, on the climb out, immediate right, crosswind please.
Clear to land 05 right, and immediate turn, right turn out, Golf Bravo Zulu.
surface wind 030 degrees, 12 knots, following traffic as you.
Clear land, runway 05 left from this and Delta X-ray.
Runway 106, contact radar 118.575 today.
118.575, bye-bye.
We're going to be going a wee bit quicker than he is. Maybe we should do some circuits.
1,000.
Approaching 05 left.
$500. $400.
Go for the Zulu fund away.
300.
Stations Manchester Tower's gone away for a couple of minutes. Radar will be taking over the frequency. Remain with me.
Approaching minimums. 200.
Right, 105 Charlie, no further ATC, Unicom 122, decimal 8, good evening.
Minimums.
Continue.
100. 50.
643 Tango,
40.
9 remain
30.
05 left.
20. 10.
Tower, get up full fast out, Alpha 1. 1145 hotels, all by Alpha 1. Right, 8750, descend flight level 60, level by Mercy.
Okay, we'll go manual braking.
Over Mercy, then 8750.
80 knots.
Golf Tango Echo Bravo Zero, report downwind with your intentions. Report downwind, Golf Bravo Zero. Shuttle 3 Tango, runway 05 left cleared, forward take, disregard actually, hold position. Right, 7 Delta X-ray, vacate to the left, contact the ground 120.85, bye.
Vacate left ground 121.85, thanks for the service, stay safe, run us in Delta X-ray.
Shuttle 3 Tango, apologies, runway 05 left cleared for takeoff, surface wind 030 degrees at 12 knots.
05 left, clear to go, shuttle 13.
Right, 106, no further ATC, Unicom 122.8, good afternoon, good evening. 122, good evening, Super 458, request IFR security, for information on RODOL.
Grid 458, stand by, I'll get back to you in a minute.
Ground, good evening, Ryanair 7 Delta X-ray, vacated hotel.
7 Delta, Ryanair 7 Delta X-ray, good evening, taxi stand 5-4 via Juliet and Golf.
Stand 5-4 via Juliet and Golf, thanks Ryanair 7 Delta X-ray.
I got a ground, I think you cleared me for stand 161, but that doesn't exist. Can I please get another stand for Cedar 311?
Yeah, I've just noticed that. I'll name the tower for signing that, so I'll get you a new one sorted out now.
Yeah, no worries, Cedar 311.
So, speed brakes up.
Sprint 311, you would take stand 2-1.
Yeah, I copy, I can take stand 2-1 for Cedar 311.
Sprint 211, look, apologies about that, shouldn't have happened.
Oh, no worries, Cedar 311. Mr. Guy, good afternoon, speed by 156 and stand 29 with information Sierra, request ready check.
Speedbird 156, feasibility 5 with a few stutters.
Roger 5, speed 156, thank you.
Brakes up, trim is reset. We get a bit quick. And I think...
Speedbird 156, I've got no flight plans from you.
Yep, Roger, we've not requested anything yet, we just requested ready check, speed 156.
Okay, apologies.
Not a problem, not a problem.
there's a bus in the way.
Sierra 738, stand 208, with information Sierra request IFR clearance.
Tomjet 67 Sierra, Manchester ground. Good evening. I have got a flight plan from you.
Tomjet 288, ready for taxi. Apologies, Manchester ground. Tomjet 65 Sierra.
Yeah, Roger, I'll get back to you in a minute. Station calling forward, you got time? Tomjet 288, request taxi.
Also for some gate guidance, but never mind.
Tomjet 288, request taxi.
2 blues, 1 red.
Station calling
Engine's
for
dead.
Tomjet 65 Sierra, what was your call time? Tomjet 288.
And we are on stand 50 minutes after leaving. Pretty good, isn't it? Scenery doesn't look too bad. Take a little look at that in a moment. Get the chocks in. Doors open. And the ground power is on. So, let's get the punters off. Door open and welcome again to Manchester. Lost a few points, but this is looking pretty good.
Manchester ground, radio check.
Stands look alright. Not perfect, but a bit better than Dublin. So, 1228, let's pop that in. Oh, we could have gone miles further forward, but without gate guidance. What do we expect? So, let's have a little explore around here. First and foremost, actually, what did Zibo say the landing was? Weak. Okay. I'll take that. Fine. Smart Cars says 267. Definitely take that. And a little explore around Manchester. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? With the accurate closed bits. Have these got gate guidance? They've got a tug parked up. It's all really rather good. Shame they don't have a marshaller, but then again, I might have to set that up a bit better. You'd at least think there was a marshaller. But it's a bit of a hit on the frame rate, but not too much. Got some orthos, got some grass. It's pretty good to me. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Sorry if the chat wasn't working. Yeah, I hope that was fun. I enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again soon. Until then, until next time, stay safe, and look forward to flying with you again soon. Bye bye.